Well, hello everyone. This is Carrie back with Family eBiz. I hope you're having a great day. This right here says fall, and that is how I feel. Although it's pretty sunny outside, it was chilly. I was wearing long sleeves this morning on my walk. I got to open the windows, let the cold air come in, and trap it inside. So, if you're listening to the replay or if you're listening to the live session, would you just let me know what the weather's like? Do you have fall weather, or is it still sort of summery, or is it all ready to winter as well? I was going to just make sure. There we are. And if you have questions along the way, let me know. I would be happy to answer any questions. But this is the first of three training series. We're talking about systems that grow your business. And I think systems are things that once you get a system, you can put it on autopilot, and a lot of times you can either let someone else do it or wash, rinse, repeat, and do it yourself. It just sort of depends. So we're going to talk about three different things. The first one, we're going to talk about emails. The second one, we're going to talk just about general systems. And then number three, we're going to talk about webinars and master classes. That will be in 3 weeks or 2 weeks. So today what we want to talk about is a system to get your emails open. Let me just ask you a question. If you are listening to this replay or the live, are your emails getting open? And if so, why? What do you think the number one thing is that gets your emails open? I would love to hear your answers for this. And no matter where you're listening to this would be really insightful to find out sort of what everyone thinks. What is the number one thing that gets your emails open? What do you think? Okay, we're going to look and see if anyone's got some ideas. And I will tell you, most people think the number one thing that gets your emails open, so they're like, number one thing in our system is make sure the subject line is perfect. Nope. Subject line is not the number one reason your emails are open. All right? Subject line is very, very important, and we're going to talk about that because I think it's the number two thing. The number one reason your emails are open is the from line. I'm going to tell you right now, there are some people, I will just put their name in the search, and then I'll save all those emails, or I'll open all those emails. I don't care what the subject line is. I'm going to go read them all. Now, there are other people I'm in between, so I may see their name, and I'm like, yeah, I like them, because, you get all this email, half of it's stuff you didn't even sign up for. But the people that are important to you, you're going to look at that and go, oh, it's from so-and-so. Oh, it's from Amy. Oh, it's from Joey. Oh, look, Dale sent me this. I'm going to open those because they are important to me. So what does that mean? That means you need to build a relationship with your group, and that relationship, they know who you are. You've got brand, not by the name of who you are, but by the person of who you are, I think. So, number one reason that people open an email is who it's from. Let me tell you, if you get an email from your husband, more than likely you're going to open it. For me, if I get an email from any of my children, I'm like, oh, wow, look, what did they send me? People that are important to me, it doesn't really matter what the subject line is. I'm going to open it. Having said that, what is the next most important thing to get your emails open? Leave me a message, leave me a comment wherever you're listening to this. What do you think it is? All right. I believe it is the subject line, and that is one reason we need to work on our subject line. We need to make our subject line something that stands out from everything else and makes people want to open it. So I'm going to give you 3 tips on how you can improve your subject line, and you can use this in your email sending system. So in your email sending system, you need to see what does it say on from. Mine always says Carrie Beck dash whatever, Family eBiz, how to homeschool my child, send out cards, whatever it is. Carrie Beck, because that is who I am, and that is who I am promoting. So I make sure that, and if it's not, I will tell you that studies show people will open emails more often from a person than an organization. Just something to think about. I was part of an organization a couple years ago, and they always wanted to send their emails from the name of the organization. And I even told them, here are all those webinars you were listening to, and they're all telling you, send it from a person. And they still send it from an organization. All right, so how can we, so that's one thing. That's system step number one. Number two, let's work on subject lines. I would encourage you to maybe keep a list of subject lines that are that people open. You should be able to go into your email service provider and see the percentage of people that open them. If they open them, it's number one, you, and number two, the subject line. Now, whether they click, that's a whole nother part of the system that we're not talking about today. We're talking about getting your emails open. So number one way, ambiguous. Make your subject line create curiosity. Did you see this? Well, what is this? I don't know. Oh, let me go see if I saw it. Is this for you? Well, what is this? I don't know if it's for me. Let me go look at it. I picked these for you. If you're a person that I follow and you said I picked these for you, I would want to know what you picked for me. And I have used those three over and over. There are hundreds of ambiguous subject lines that create curiosity and encourage people to actually click and open those. So the first one is an ambiguous subject line. The next one is use numbers. People like to see numbers, like 3 ways to do this. Like one of my upcoming webinars, 3 ways to keep Christ in Christmas. All right. Here's some others. 7 hidden benefits of waking up at 5 a.m. Interesting. 3 unlikely ways to close the sale. 5 social media platforms you should not be ignoring. Those all have specific numbers. I'm like, I might be doing 1 or 2 of them, but am I doing all of them? So numbers are another way that will get people to open. And then use power words. One of those is lifetime access. Lifetime access to top experts in, I don't know, engineering or neuroplasticity or whatever. Our best, the word best is a power word, our best performing, whatever it is, our best performing podcast, our best performing PDF, our best performing strategy to save time, our best something. 7 tools that bring results now. Now is a good word, and results are another good word. Those are power words. So those are 3 types of subject lines that you can use like this week. You don't have to pay anything. Just start using them. Find either an ambiguous subject line that creates curiosity. Use numbers. Like if you've got 3 things, like I think I sent something out today. 2 opportunities for you in October. So what are those 2 things? I'm going to go figure that out. And then use power words. I would hope you're sending out an email this week. You should be sending out an email at least once a week. What subject line will you use in this week's email? Leave a comment wherever you're watching or listening to this session, and let me know what subject line are you going to use to get your people to sign up. Now, that is one system. We're going to talk about several systems and then the webinar system. But I have a free invite for you as well. Next week on Tuesday, I am going to be teaching a class about 7 ways to make more money with your blog. I've taught this, but a lot of people missed it last summer. And so I'm going to be teaching this class again. It will be available for about a week. I will put the link in this in the comments as to where to get it. It is next Tuesday, October 18th. I don't know when or where you're listening to this. 7 ways to make more money with your blog, and we will talk about 7 specific ways that you can actually make more money and use some of these systems that we are talking about. All right, so do y'all have any questions? If you do, leave a comment. I know we've got some people watching. They may or may not have a question, but let's review for a second. Systems will grow because they are wash, rinse, repeat. Whether you wash, rinse, repeat, or you give it to an assistant or someone else to do that, you need to start putting systems in place once you become successful. So for me, my system for getting my emails open is to make sure I have the right from, and then have a list of subject lines, and then I have some other ideas that we're not going to go into on what to include and how to write that email and how to get people to click through. So this is just the beginning of it. Ambiguous, use numbers, power words. Hey, I'm Carrie Beck with FamilyEbiz.com. Y'all have a great day.